up next.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the New York Giants and the Arizona Cardinals. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
Strapped in, it's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And right side, they're going to go option here. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw, he caught defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Now on 2nd and 13, Bridgewater, and that is incomplete. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Throwing is Bridgewater. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to Jefferson. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he's going to have to eat this one. Multiple teams' first sack of the game. I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
And the Giants send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, standing 6'1" from Utah. It's Tyler Huntley.
A 3-year starter at the University of Utah. Again, his NFL opportunity is Lamar Jackson's backup in Baltimore, mainly because he possessed similar qualities. Excellent runner, big-time arm, just has to grow in accuracy and avoiding mistakes.
First carry for James Conner. Room here to run. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Right back to Connor here on first. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. To throw, Huntley. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Huntley to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Here's Huntley. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Tyler Huntley, 33 yards. And the Cardinals are on the board here first in the season opener. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. But even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Extra point forthcoming. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the finishing touch was a nice long run into the end zone. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Holding offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. On second down, they'll run it here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on second down. So do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again, because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. They begin on the ground here with Connor. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you nook it. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
On 3rd down, Huntley. Under pressure, they got him again. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. With it is Jackson. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go again with Brightwell. And some space here. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Moved back to the 10 goal here. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Teddy Bridgewater keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession.